Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Happy New Year. Parents, thank you for joining us this afternoon. My name is Flor Sanchez Reza. I'm the district parent liaison. Today, we have a very informative presentation. But before that, Dr. Mesa Chavez, our superintendent, has a few announcements I would like to share with us.
Absolutely. Good afternoon. Thank you, Ms. Sanchez, for putting together another Progressing Together. This is your space, parents. This is where we can bring you information that's important for you to help your children in our district be successful. A few of the announcements we have is we did have report cards go out on January 8th. And so we want to make sure that you follow up with your children. You know, they're probably going to get rewarded for getting good grades, and then they might need a talking to if they need improvement on their grades. So please help us keep your children engaged. In addition, I wanted to let everybody know that we do have our Board of Trustees meeting. It's going to be held virtually, and it is tomorrow at 5:30. Here's a reminder that we are going to have our Martin Luther King celebration, which is a day that we do not have school, and that is Monday, January 18th. Further information is San Elizario High School is going to be having a testing information parent meeting, and that is going to be held on Thursday, January 21st at 9, and there'll be another session at 5 p.m. Really important, even though it's already felt like 100 days, probably a little bit more, but we are having our 100 days of school celebration, and that is on Friday, January 29th. And that's usually when we have our little ones dress up with their 100 days hat and the whole thing. So that'll be coming up on January 29th. There will also be a third opportunity for our fourth 9 weeks, whether you're going to be opting to stay online or have to have face-to-face instruction. And that'll be from February 2nd through March 3rd is when, that next session is coming. So really important for everyone to know. We are so excited about this project we're working on. San Elizario Early College High School. Can you believe that? It's coming to fruition. It's taken some planning. I do see that our Director of Technology, Sir Horacio Hernandez, is actually clicking on the link now. We want to encourage you parents to please talk to your children, especially if they are in 8th grade. We want to have them apply to the Early College High School. Remember that the minute they apply, they start earning college for credit. We go through an acceptance process. Our deadline for this first round is going to be on February 9th. So we want to make sure that if you have any questions, please come on out, ask, send us an email, phone call the middle school or call the high school, because we want to have as many students applying to take advantage of this wonderful opportunity. In addition, we wanted to share with you all a little bit of what our Board of Trustees has worked on in collaboration with the district in favor of our community. If you see there, our Director of Technology, Sir Horacio Hernandez, has clicked on, is a message from me where I indicate all the different things that our board has collaborated with to try to help our community survive, because that's what we're doing, is surviving this pandemic the best that we can. Probably one of the most visible projects is our El Pasoans Fighting Food Hungry Pantry that we have once a month. And that helps our community get the nourishment that they need for the community and especially for our students. If you keep going through the list, there's a list of so many different things that we have collaborated as a district, the flu shot clinics, doing the COVID testing for the community, also for staff and students. We partnered with TA, making announcements to really help with the social distancing, the washing of the hands, and wearing the masks. So please take a moment to look through that entire list of different things that we have collaborated and partnered with our Board of Trustees. And so we want to take this opportunity to thank you for helping us get some of these projects launched, as I know we have had some volunteers especially help us with the food pantries that are held every month. And on that end, I'm going to toss it over back to Ms. Flor Sanchez.
Thank you, Dr. Mesa. Next, we're going to have our presenter, Ms. Sandra Sanchez. She is our Career and Technology Education Coordinator. She'll be giving us a presentation on the CTE programs that the San Elizario High School offers to our students. Ms. Sanchez?
Welcome and Happy New Year. Let me go ahead and bring up the presentation. Do you guys see it? Do you see the presentation?
Ms. Sanchez, can you share the other screen?
Okay, let me go ahead and. Okay, how about now?
Perfect.
Yes.
Good.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so like Ms. Flor has said, my name is Sandra Sanchez. I'm the Career and Technical Education Coordinator from San Elizario. And I would like to take a moment to introduce a colleague that has helped us a lot from Region 19, Adriana Escobedo.
Hi, good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having me here today. My name is Arena Escobedo. I'm with Europe with Region 19.
Yes, thank you. The reason I brought in Region 19 is that they were gracious enough to help us bring in some gift cards from Walmart that will be given to you at the end of the presentation, providing in regards to questions that will be answered in order to receive these gift cards. And the questions will be in regarding the endorsements and the programs that are offered here at San Elizario I.S.D. So we'll go ahead and begin with the presentation. So it is the law through House Bill 5, we are required to have some endorsements. And with those endorsements, we have business and industry, public services, STEM, arts and humanities, and multidisciplinary. And those are the 5 areas that the state requires us to provide to our students as a graduation opportunity. Under these, there's 14 career clusters that have been approved by TEA. And those underneath the career clusters is what we have the programs of studies. There's over 53 programs of study that the state has available. And these are, all of these programs have the opportunity for all students to receive industry-based certifications, experience and work-based learning through our cooperative programs. And this is to ensure that our students are prepared in the areas where in the workforce, there is high demand, high skill, and high wage careers. So a week ago, we presented to the 8th graders at GEMS. And this is pretty much what we explained to them. Well, I'd explained to them that they need to start thinking about their future and pick their pathway. And we wanted to start with the graduation endorsements. As mentioned previously through House Bill 5, there are 5 endorsements that we provide the students that the state has given us. So I'll go ahead and start with the first one, which is business and industry. We have various programs of study on this. This is going to be our biggest academy, is business and industry. The next one is public service. We have 3 programs under this area in San Elizario High School. And then we have STEM, arts and humanities, which is composed of all of the electives from the high school, and multidisciplinary, which is all your advanced courses. Again, there are 5 endorsements. Under those, if you recall, I said there was 14 career clusters that the state offers. Well, at San Elizario, out of those 14, we are offering 10. And I went ahead and I wrote them down because we have the career clusters of architecture and construction. Underneath that career cluster, we have our construction technology, which is known as carpentry, audio video technology. We have digital communications and multimedia arts, and business management. We have education and training, hospitality, tourism, human services, information technology, law and public service, STEM, and transportation, distribution, and logistics. I included all of the icons that are used to represent all of these career clusters because in the website of the teachers, we are going to start using these icons and using the verbiage that the state is also using. So we have, again, we want to continue using the verbiage. So I went ahead and we're going to go ahead and have under the 5 endorsements, we're going to go ahead and call them 5 academies. We're going to make them academies and our 12 programs of study that we offer at San Elizario High School. The first one's going to be the Business and Industry Academy. Under here, we have automotive. And I want to talk a little bit about each because automotive, you will be able to receive I.S.D certifications. I do want to let the parents know up front that the first exam that every student takes, and regardless of the program, is paid by CTE. The first exam. So we don't need to have that worry as how are we going to have enough money to pay for our students to pass or certify. We will take care of it the first time around. We also have business management and administration where we offer Microsoft Office certifications, carpentry. We offer OSHA 30, not OSHA 10. We went ahead and went with OSHA 30, which is the highest level. Culinary arts, we offer Safe Serve Manager. Digital media arts, we offer Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop certifications. AV Productions is Adobe Premiere. Networking systems will be Cisco and A+. So that is the Business and Industry endorsement, which falls under the Business and Industry Academy. Next is the Public Services Academy, where we have cosmetology. This has now been changed to a 2-year program. And of course, you can, at the end of their senior year, they can receive the cosmetologist license. Law enforcement will be offering level 2 non-commissioned officer certifications. Teaching and training will be educational aid. And I went ahead and included ROTC. Although it is not a CTE program, it is a military component of the endorsement portion of public services. Next is the STEM Academy. We have Biomedical Science and Engineering, and those are both under Project Lead the Way. Now, the following groups are not CTE programs, but they are part of the 5 endorsements that the state has as a requirement for our students. And the next one is Arts and Humanities Academy, which will consist of all the San Elizario High School electives. And the last one is multidisciplinary. This one is for those students that are already taking advanced or want to enter the realm of doing advanced placement courses, dual credit courses, and ultimately, if your child is already taking advanced placement, dual credit, this is a time and opportunity. We have the first round is up to February 9th for the San Elizario early college high school students. So if your child is already, interested in this, I strongly encourage that they register for San Elizario early high school, college high school. So I wanted to go ahead and give you CTE program updates. What has happened in CTE in the last 8 months? We went ahead and updated a lot of the teacher certifications. So currently our automotive instruction, he now has his master's certifications in I.S.D, and that allows him to provide our students certifications in the area of engine repair, suspension and steering, brakes, heating and air conditioning. The goal is for all these programs to be run as businesses. So the students get that exposure and having to, when they get to their senior year and they're in their practicum, they're able to go out in the field and work in these areas. So the next one is business management. Our teacher is now fully certified with the most current Microsoft Office certification as a Microsoft Office specialist in 2019. and also in Google Suite. This area is very important because this is our foundation for any type of business you wish to go into. And it also prepares our students for when they want to go into further their education into the early college or a university after they graduate. Carpentry, where our construction technology takes place, is also, again, they are receiving OSHA 30. So our teacher has already passed this certification. Culinary arts, our teacher went ahead and got certified as a serve safe manager and proctor, which now allows us to run the program. They have right now currently a full-fledged restaurant. I mean, the students have the ability to be able to cook, serve, host a meal, and we plan to run it as a restaurant during school hours to offer the students those opportunities and get that experience in the area of restaurant management. We also have digital communications. We were able to purchase a whole cow of computer on wheels of new MacBooks, which allows the students right now, because we are at home, some of the kids they're training from home online. They're able to use those MacBooks and have all the computer programs necessary to do the assignments and be able to do film and editing. Law enforcement, we have recently purchased what is called the Milo Range. This is a simulator that is used in regular law enforcement academies, and it allows the students to be able to simulate scenarios as somebody trespassing into another person's property, pulling over a person to give them a ticket for speeding, and there's several various scenarios. This program will be leading into a level 2 certification, which is a non-commissioned officer, an unarmed officer. With this program, parental meetings will be necessary prior to the start of the program due to the Milo Range and its actual real life situations that they have students, experience. Cosmetology, there's been a change. It is now a 2-year program. It's a junior senior program that is in alignment with other districts, and they've been converted into modules in order for them to complete the hours. In this program, we want to go ahead and take that further step to where the kids are able to purchase their own cosmetology kits, and we will be meeting with the parents 1 year prior so the parents can start organizing those payments towards a kit that they will be working with and be able to graduate and leave with their kit and certify with it. We also have biomedical and engineering. These programs have already completed their 4th level of Project Lead the Way training. Again, and for law enforcement and cosmetology, there will be parental meetings required. Of course, if any parent would like to meet in any of our programs, I am more than happy to meet with them to further discuss it. Currently, we have the career and student organizations that is Skills USA, FCCLA, Business Professional of Americas, and National Technical Honor Society. Starting next year, we will be offering TSA, which is a Technology of Student Association. This association is for the engineering students, and we're going to include the Texas Association of Future Educators, which is for our students that will be entering the teaching and training field, and HOSA, which is our future health professionals. These will be our biomedical students that will be, so we will be able to be more in compliance to the area and providing our students the accurate career and technical student organization that belongs to their program. I also wanted to mention we now are we're coming up on a year where we now have a CTE Advisory Board. This year, our chair is Cameron Brinton. She is coming from Workforce Solution Borderplex, and our co-chair is Oscar Carrera from Region 19. This is important because we want to have an alignment between education and business and industry. So in order to have an improvement in those areas, it allows us to reach out to business and industry and bring in those individuals to come in and present and bring in possible internships and reinforce the education that our student has learned in the last 4 years. Currently in our engineering course, in our engineering program, we have Mr. Carrera coming in, Daniel Carrera coming in as an engineer, and he is coming in to help our students in aligning them with the knowledge of what it is to be an actual engineer, not on book, but in real life experience. What is it that he's exposed to? What kind of situations has he been in? And that's the insight that we want to give the students, and they are able to ask him all of these questions and get answers from him. So it is a great opportunity for our students to learn in all of these partnerships that we have. Some of our programs of study, I added a couple of photos. Of course, we have many more, but this is just scratching the surface. This is our graphic design where it shows a student is using a heat press in order to create a t-shirt. In this area, we do have a sublimation machine where we can make cups that have designs. I don't know if you ever go to Walgreens, they have those sublimation machines where you can put a photo on a cup. This is the course that you would be doing that in. We also have construction technology, and here's a student working on cutting some boards. Also, this is biomedical, engineering, law enforcement, and then this is cosmetology. I wanted to take a moment because I also was able to grab some photos of students doing their assignments online. So that way we can see how it transfers from in the classroom to the students that are looking online. I also wanted to point out some student achievements that we've had so far. There will be more coming, hopefully by May. But right now, these are our students, our 7 students that have received OSHA 30 certifications through the construction of the carpentry program of study. And this is something very unique, very special, because not just anybody gets OSHA 30. This is a very difficult test, and it requires a lot of discipline and self-motivation. And these students, behind all barriers, some of them had a language barrier, they still did it, and it is possible. And it was all done online. So it just shows the tenacity our students have to get a certification. These certifications, they're with them for lifelong. This is lifelong. This is not just a regular certification. This is a state and nationally recognized certification. And that is something I also wanted to point out, that all of our certifications are state and nationally recognized and have been approved by TEA. I know it was a very quick presentation, but I do want to go ahead and allow this time for questions and information. But I wanted to go ahead and reintroduce Ms. Adriana Escobedo for just a moment.
Thank you, Ms. Sanchez. Hello, everybody. Once again, I'm Adriana Escobedo. I am with GEAR. I'm working in collaboration with San Elizario District and Region 19. We've been working with students, we call it the primary cohort, when they were 7th graders. Now they have transitioned and they're freshmen at the high school. And we do provide services for the high school. I want to invite everybody to a parent meeting that we'll be having to talk about the Europe program next month, February 16th. And I believe it's going to be the same times at 9 in the morning for Spanish session, and then at 1 o'clock for an English session. And so hopefully we can see everybody again, and then you guys can learn more about Europe. I know at this time Ms. Sandra Sanchez has some questions once questions and answers are done, we do want to give out 2 gift cards. It's going to be 2 $15 gift cards to Walmart. I will be purchasing them, and then we'll be sending it out to you via email, just for security purposes with everything happening with COVID. It may be once you receive it in your email, you'll receive a barcode and you'll be able to purchase groceries or gas, whatever you might need from Walmart. Thank you, Ms. Sanchez.
You're welcome. Thank you. So the first question, if you can monitor, if you can put it in the chat, or that would be appreciated. So my first question is, can you name me one endorsement?
Oh, come on. It's
At this point, all the microphones are open, so you can talk freely.
what's the endorsement?
I do have one question. My daughter, her name is and we recently moved back from Odessa, and the school that she was going to was already adopted by a college, and she had already started getting college credit. How would that work as far as the transition over to your guys' program?
Okay, the way that works is that we need to look at the transcript, and whatever the transcript, it would list all the dual credit courses that were taken, and those will be applied here in San Elizario ISD.
Okay, because she was only there for about a year. When we did move over, I had to give you guys everything by hand because I couldn't do anything online. But you guys should already have all of that.
Okay, that would be a meeting with the counselor on the campus of San Elizario High School. And they would be more than happy to provide you that information. Again, they would need to get a certified copy of the transcript to transfer over all the credits.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ms. Sanchez, we do have a response to your question regarding one of the endorsements, and it's by Ms. Manuela Davis, and she answered
Let's do a
business,
chat.
What was that?
business and industry.
That is correct. That is correct. Okay, so the second question, name a program that is offered at San Elizario High School, a program.
Oh. What was the
Carpentry.
cosmetología?
Carpentry.
Carpentry is correct.
Oh, I'm busted. I didn't win. Both chances.
Who was the parent?
Me.
Hello?
Almanzar.
$15 gift card.
Maria
Almanzar.
Almanzar.
I have a question, if I may.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Marna Hernandez, and I just want to say, that was a great presentation, and San Elizario has a lot to offer our students. My question is, though, under HOSA, I know we have the biomedical. Are we limited to only that program, or can San Elizario look into offering another medical program where maybe something that's offered in other districts, such as graduating with an LVN or such, if a student does not want to go into the biomedical field? Maybe they just want to go into, the medical field, but looking into maybe becoming an LVN or an RN later on in the future. Is that possible to look into?
There is always possibilities, and we are starting the early college high school. So that could be something that could be considered in the near future. But I do want to say, even though it's biomedical science, it is a great foundation for students that are interested in going into the medical field, because it does cover extensively the anatomy, the human anatomy, and it does go also into forensic science.
Okay, thank you. And then I have another question. I'm sorry.
No.
For the law enforcement, is there a way that they can get? I know that a lot of the different districts get like vehicles from the police department or the sheriffs that are no longer being in use. Would San Elizario, the law enforcement program, be able to obtain one of those vehicles?
It is definitely something we can look into. But it is right now our professor, our teacher in that area is offering the students to be explorers in the sheriff's department. So we are able to get the students to get that experience as they're in the law enforcement, a law enforcement program. They will be able to go out there, and plus with the Milo range, they will also get the experience on how to shoot a firearm, how to use OC spray, how to use a taser, all the equipment that is required through TCLEOS. For the law enforcement, all the students will be exposed through the Milo range. That is why we need to have parental meetings, because there will be a background check, and students by the time they are seniors, in order to be certified, must be 18 years of age and must be a U.S. citizen. And this is a requirement from the state and federal government. It's not a San Elizario requirement, but the state and federal government require those. So we'll be doing background checks by the time they become seniors.
Okay, so is that a yes to the vehicle or no?
As far as the vehicle, we would need to look into it. Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Ms. Sanchez, I have a question from a parent. How do they register their student for this program?
Okay, for which program are they? Well, is it an 8th grade student?
Para la mamá que me preguntó esto, que viene siendo Miss Carmen, si gusta
Yes.
preguntarle. Do you want to ask Ms. Sanchez?
Okay.
Any program really. Is it a different process for a different program? For each different program?
No, it's basically the same process. It's just depending on what parental meetings we're going to have. But all students were provided a presentation in January on the last Thursday. And I met with all of the 8th graders in regards to all of these programs. So when the high school goes down, either this week or next week, to register the students for their freshman year, their 9th grade year, the students will have the knowledge to select the program they are interested in. Once they are registered in that program, then we will do an outreach to those areas that require parental meetings.
Great. Thank you so much for the information.
Ms. Sandra Arreola, she has a question, and if the students need to qualify for these programs?
They are able to join all the programs. They are just a few stipulations for cosmetology and law enforcement, which is an age requirement in order for them to certify. And with law enforcement, it's going to be the citizenship by their senior year. And that is it.
Does anybody else have other questions for Ms. Sanchez regarding the presentation? Any questions? From Mr. Jordan, do they have to take any test in order for them to be in the programs?
No, they do not need to take a test. They actually select the program, when they're in 8th grade, and the counselors will place them in the career of their choosing. Now they will be required to fill out a program of study, and on that program of study, it will be required for a parental signature on there. That way we know the parent is aware of what career their child has selected.
Ms. Sanchez,
Yes.
am I correct in saying that for the early college high school students that are interested in that, they'll eventually have to take the TSIA and get a certain score to be able to be eligible for dual credit courses? Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, I was focusing on career and technology education, but those students entering or wishing to enter the early college high school, you definitely need to go online and apply, and be required to take a TSI, which should be available in the junior high there should be administrating that exam towards February and March.
I have another question. I don't know if he has been asked already, but what does the law enforcement program certification offers?
It offers level 2 non-commissioned officer, and that is a one that is unarmed. So the student, if at age 18, if they're 18, they will be able to certify in level 2, meaning that they will graduate with a certification to become a security officer, a security guard with not without a firearm. But we will be preparing them, because the goal is to make Lisario a training school for security officers. So as we move forward in the program, eventually we will be doing level 3, which will be armed. We will prepare the student, and then once they graduate, we will schedule them with El Paso Community College to become armed security officers, which are commissioned officers.
Okay, another question. Will the early college offer any courses in the medical field?
Right now we are doing multidisciplinary, which is the first 2 years will be their basics, but their junior and senior year, yes, they can go into the medical field if they choose to do so, because it is their junior and senior year that they will start selecting what career they will be choosing. I don't know if anyone else wants to chime in on that one.
Okay, another question that I see in the chat is that if the students have the opportunity to see what's out there, meaning I guess like if they tell the students what programs are out there before they get to choose.
Yes, they are able to right now, because of course we're not face to face. They weren't able to take a tour. All I was able was to do a presentation. I did on their presentation have some photos of what the classrooms look like, what the culinary looks like, in order to give them a visual. But to say they're going face to face to the campus, they have not. Hopefully, when our summer program, the kids will join, and then they can take a tour during the summer to all the programs. Hopefully, we're face to face by then.
Thank you, Ms. Sanchez. Any other question regarding the CTE programs? No? Okay, I just want to ask Ms. Maria Almanzar if she can please send me her email through the chat, please. And if we don't have any questions, we're just going to go ahead with the last item in the agenda. It would be Dr. Segovia, which he's going to be giving us information on the continuation of instruction online and face-to-face.
Thank you, Ms. Flor.
Good afternoon. Buenas tardes, Ms. Sanchez. Thank you for the great information you're providing to our parents so that they can now begin talking to their kids at home and making some decisions for the future. So there's very good information. Thank you. What I wanted to mention in this meeting today is that just a reminder that we'll continue with the schedule the way we have it for our kids. So if you're a parent that has decided to stay at home to do online instruction, you may continue for the rest of the semester. Now, there are some parents that have opted to have in-person instruction. Those we already know who you are, because we have opened up a survey and we capture the information and we let you know the days that you're going to come in based on your last name. Either you're coming in Monday and Wednesday or Tuesday and Thursday. Remember that Friday is online day. Now, we're going to send out the survey again February 22nd through March 3rd to capture anyone else who might want to come back for the last 9 weeks for in-person instruction. So that's where we're at with that. And unless there's any questions, that's what I wanted to share with the parents today.
Is there any questions regarding the information that Dr. Segovia just shared with us regarding the continuation of instruction online or face-to-face? No questions? Just one last question, Ms. Sanchez. I'm sorry, it's just that we just got it on the chat that or regarding the early college, that if the student needs to qualify to be in the early college, is there like a certain procedure or they need in order, or requirements in order for them to qualify for the early college?
They just need to apply. We just want them to apply and the rest will take care of it.
Okay.
So there's the first deadline is February 9. This is also our opportunity. Any other questions? It doesn't have to be just about, the CTE presentation or the early college high school. This is we're getting close to the part of the meeting where we open it up. Any questions that you may have for myself or any members on my team. If we don't have the answer, we promise to go find it and get back to you. But do we have any questions from anyone? I do want to take the opportunity to thank Ms. Sanchez for the quick revamping of what's taking place in CTE. When you think about the students that received their certification, they were all doing it during a pandemic. And it just speaks really volumes to the resiliency of our students. So, Ms. Sanchez, I know you kept really close track on our kids and served as a motivator, for them. And so I want to thank you for that and thank the teachers who also helped them as well. On my behalf, please.
Yes, thank you. They did a great job. As you mentioned, the students are very resilient and they've done wonders and they're continuing to do so. And I did want to make a mention to the parents that for them to remember that the first certification, we pay for that, so they don't need to worry about that. So we will take care of the students and just to continue to motivate them. And if they're interested in the early college, there will be several and various opportunities for them to be TSI tested over the upcoming months. So not to worry, they just need to apply.
Ms. Flor, do you have any questions coming in on your end?
No, that's what I was trying to, but it seems that we don't. Let me see. Are we still enrolling students? We're open to the district, right? Because the mom says that they're gonna be moving, they're gonna change addresses, and she wants to know if the students still come to the district.
I didn't understand the question, Ms. Flor. I'm sorry.
We're still accepting students from out of district, correct?
Correct.
Because I believe the family will be moving, and then she wants to know if we still accept students out of district.
Yes, we do. They need to keep the best choice and stay enrolled in San Elizario I.S.D. So regardless where they move, we want to have them here. If they started, continue with us, that would be great. But our schools are open and registrars are available to assist with any information regarding transfers.
And if they have any further questions, I'm available to assist any of the parents. If you need to speak one-on-one, would like to speak one-on-one, I make myself available and I can assist you.
And just so you all know, for any of those parents that are parents of 8th grade students, I know that both Principal Marioni and Principal Salcido have done quite a few of the teachers to talk to the students about applying. Start conversations. It would really help us if you start conversations at home. I know that initially students are scared to apply because, they think about it of college and it might be something out of their reach, but it's not. It's accessible to all of them. The sooner that they start, the more money you'll save as parents, because these are college credits that you do not have to pay for. After they graduate from high school is when it starts costing money. Obviously, that's a service of the district for the community with our partnership of having the early college high school being developed. So that's just a side note for parents who want to save a little bit money on college and get, the students get their first few credits taken care of by the district by simply applying and being accepted into the early college high school. Ms. Flora, any other questions?
No, that's it. No other questions.
We have just enough time for Dr. Segovia to do some throat singing. I don't know that we have Miss Haynes. She usually does a serenade for us. What do you think, Dr. Segovia?
Well, I don't know if anybody wants to hear throat singing.
It's too early, right? Too early in the year?
It's too early in the year, but we could save it for the next session. How's that?
All right. I do want to thank all of our San Elisario I.S.D. team. It takes all of us to do different parts of this meeting gathering. Our Progressing Together meetings are for you, the parents. If there's a particular topic you're interested, please let us know. Ms. Flora does take us through a pre-planning session, and we want to continue to bring you additional information. So we do thank you because we know that you have a lot of things to do, but yet you've chosen to spend part of your afternoon with us. I'd like to again thank our San Elisario ISD team, in particular our parent liaisons, Ms. Santa Garcia and Ms. Flor Sanchez Reza, who help us keep our parents informed and connected. So a big, I don't know where the high fives are here, but a big applause to them. Thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you.
Ms. Sanchez, thank you for putting together the CTE information and once again highlighting our students. This is your space, parents. Remember that we're here to answer your questions. We will always make ourselves available so that you can ask us questions. And we also take suggestions on what we can do to continue to improve. With that, we wish you a great afternoon and keep soaring, Eagles.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, parents, for joining us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.